Good morning to all of you. Thank you very much, Chairman, for the and Mr. Ramasubramaniam for the introduction. Digital India, I think over the last decade and more, one of the very core areas where you have seen digitalization of the country is essentially in a sphere which all of you represent. You go back 15 years to now, I mean, the way you were looking at doing business prior to the e-filing, prior to the DIN regime, prior to the everything online kind of environment, life was a lot different. Today, I mean, I'm standing in front of you actually trying to preach to the choir. Fundamentally, the kind of change from a digital perspective that as company secretaries that you have gone through is so significant, and I'm sure every one of you relate to it. But I would like to add here that what you have seen in the last 10 or 15 years is very minimalistic empowerment, as the chairman was talking about, in terms of empowerment of the citizen. I think what we are going to see going forward is significantly larger. When we talk about digital India, we are talking about digital Indians. When we talk about smart cities, we are talking about smart citizens. I think it's not about whether 100 cities are going to be smart. Prior to coming here, we were just having a chat in the back room, and one of the contexts that really came up is why is rural-urban divide still relevant? I think there was a point of time when we were talking about the Indian digital divide, which was basically saying who are the haves, digitally haves, and the digitally have-nots. That whole context has changed with respect to the way you're trying to see access points, the amount of internet users, and so on. Over the last 4 or 5 years, one has seen a revolution in what percentage of internet users have moved from any form of computing device or a computer to your handheld, and most of it is now power in your hands. This power is the first step of empowerment. Fundamentally, we are essentially saying you should be able to do commerce wherever you are, whenever you want to, at the convenience, and all ecosystem around, right from sourcing, buying, paying, everything has to happen very, very seamlessly, all within the realms of just a few finger strokes, not key strokes as we used to be otherwise familiar with. With this level of digitalization that is really happening, the focus of empowerment is one part. When we talk about smart Indians or smart citizens, it is also very much required how we are able to make things a lot more easier with respect to many of these going completely online, very transparent. I mean, your meetings updates are so fast and seamless, and you're removing any level of human intervention, which is very, very crucial, because the moment we bring more and more layers in terms of trying to be involved in it, it only creates more touch points, and every touch point has delays and associated risks with that. With the absence of this, everything has to move seamlessly. We use a term in the IT industry which is basically called straight-through processing, which means the moment I put something, it has to go through and process everything on its own. Today, straight-through processing gets down to another dimension, and this new dimension is straight-through processing with artificial intelligence. Now, when you look at it in the context of artificial intelligence, I mean, it seems to be sounding like an oxymoron. How can intelligence be artificial? It has to be either real or unreal. So fundamentally, the whole context that we talk about is that there is a significant amount of data which is continuously getting processed, and basis which you are forming intelligence, and building up processors and sub-processors automatically. This automation is what one looks at it and saying artificial intelligence, because to the normal eye, what you can see by the human ear or what the human mind can see, and you are actually getting to see a lot more, because the ability to process so many different patterns in that quick time, in real time, is very, very crucial.